Hey guys, happy week 3. I cannot believe we are 1/3 of the way through this challenge already. I've said it before, but you all are crushing it. I am still just blown away by the amount of engagement on Facebook and how much, I'm talking to you in the gym about how hard you're trying. So keep it up. This is kind of the time when motivation may start to wane. So let's go back to the whole do it anyway thing this week. So the newness, shininess of the challenge may be wearing off. So we need to find some other ways to keep focus towards all of our goals and remembering that why of why you started. So for the focus of the week, it's going to be on the morality of food. Sounds a little weird, but I'm going to get into it, and it's really actually quite simple. So week 3, the morality of food. Oh, there we go. Got it working. So does food have morals? I know you're probably all going like, duh, no, it doesn't. And you're right. No, it doesn't. Little devil pizza and little angel pizza. All pizza is delicious. Not good or bad. It's all good. So what do I really mean by, the morality of food? Like, how are we assigning this moral value to food? Basically, most of us are doing it almost every day without realizing it. And you're doing it by labeling food as good versus bad. So if there's things, maybe that are the chicken, the broccoli, the rice, all that good stuff is good food. And then everything else, the pizza, whatever is bad food. And kind of taking it one step further, assigning those same labels to ourselves. So, if I ask you how your weekend of eating was and you said, oh, I was really good this weekend, I stuck to my plan, or I was really bad this weekend, I went to a party and ate 12 macaroons. Wasn't me. No. So it's the same thing. It can be how we label food and also how we label ourselves in relation to food, putting us in pretty much 2 categories of good versus bad. Same thing goes with using the term cheated in reference to your diet. That's kind of why I never will call anything we're doing a diet, because it's not. It's just life. We're just eating, right? So I cheated on my diet this weekend. No, you didn't. You're not committing adultery, like you didn't cheat on your SATs. Like, no, you didn't. You maybe just ate pizza when you didn't plan on eating pizza. You didn't cheat on anything. And with those same feelings of, cheating and good versus bad is going to come the feelings of guilt because you ate a certain food. I talked about this last week when we talked about restrictions, and how useless of an emotion guilt is, especially when we feel that way over food. So, my little video is blocking this. I don't know if that's gonna, we'll try and move it and see what happens. If not, it says, why is assigning moral value to food detrimental to long-term success? I know it may seem like nothing, if you refer to foods as good versus bad, but words matter. How you talk to yourself matters. It really guides our perception of things and also guides our behavior. And if you don't even realize it, if you're constantly assessing yourself and trying to put yourself into this good category or, bad category, it's going to change how you act. And it's going to change how you act around certain foods. Meaning if you label everything as bad, and then it's kind of giving that food power over you, much undeserved power because it's just food. But that's what most people do. Those bad foods, it's like, oh, I have no control over sugar. That's kind of the thing that we hear the most is in terms of sugar. Labeling something as I have a sugar addiction. Most likely you do not. It's not something you ever need to go to rehab for, or you need, a physical detox from sugar. Yes, you can have a psychological addiction to sugar in the way that it makes you feel. I mean, sugar does activate your dopaminergic reward pathway in your brain, which is similar to, certain even drugs. So it does give you that feel good feeling, but you can't actually be physically addicted to sugar. Like, you can stop eating sugar and it won't cause any undue harm to yourself. So if we're constantly labeling foods as good versus bad, it's giving the power to the food. It's also creating that forbidden fruit, right? If you can't have something, you want it. I think that's just a basic human nature to want what we can't have. So if you're putting foods out there that are really bad and you say you can't have them, you're going to want them more. So if we just kind of watch how we talk to ourselves, it's going to really shape our behavior around food. I've said this whole time, this is about so much more than food. If, nutrition and healthy food plans were just about food, my job would be easy. It'd be like, okay, go out and eat this, but it's not. I mean, food is about so much more. We all have this relationship with food that we're really working to shape, and that is what is going to give us long-term success. So it may seem silly that I am talking about food and morals, but if we really break it down and pay attention to how we're talking to ourselves about the food we eat and the choices we make, it will make a difference in you being able to maintain your success long term. I don't know why I can't get this to, whoop, there it goes. Ha! So what is food? What food is? Food is food. I know that's silly. Like, literally, it is nothing more than calories that we are putting into our body for fuel. Our bodies were built to run off of calories. We put the calories into our body when it's telling us it needs it. High hunger cues. Look, I'm tying together all these weekly focuses. Look how nice that works together. When our body's hungry, it needs fuel. So we then give it that fuel in version of food, calories. So that's all food is. Some foods are more energy dense, meaning more calorie dense, and nutrient sparse. I'm talking about, the pizza, the ice cream, the donuts, the sugar. They're all delicious things. They're not bad per se, but they just have less nutrients and more calories than the opposite foods. The opposite foods, the chicken, the broccoli, the sweet potatoes, all of the things that we are trying to incorporate more of, have less calories, keep us fuller, provide more nutrients. And as a whole, if you eat more of those and less of the nutrient sparse foods, you will lose fat. So that's all it is. It's not saying that the pizza is bad. It's just saying it provides you less nutrients, has more calories per, how much it fills you up. So it's not going to be as conducive for weight loss as, the chicken and broccoli and sweet potatoes, but it's delicious. Oh, there. All right. What food is not? Food is not anything that should have power over us. And this is something that I don't say lightly, because it's something that we have all had ingrained in us for so long that, our mindset against, certain foods, and that you don't have control when you eat them. And that's what we're practicing now. That's what a whole part of this challenge is just to really improve that relationship with food, to show you that it's nothing that should have that power over you. Food is nothing that should ever cause you any kind of stress in your life. When it boils down to it, we all have so much more to worry about that's so much more important than food. Food is food. That's what I want you to say to yourself all week when you're, worrying about what you should or should not be eating. And food is not anything else. It's not. Literally calories, fuel for your body. Some delicious, some less delicious, more nutritious. That's all. Food, just food. So what do we do? What do you do with this random information? I bet you never thought you'd be listening to a morality talk about food. So what are kind of your action steps for this week to really work on this new skill of getting rid of your labels of the food? It's really just to kind of start paying attention to how you talk about food. And also how you talk about yourself in relation to food. If you're constantly saying that, oh, I can't be around sugar, it's like I'm fighting the demons of not eating sugar. No, you're not. You just really like it. It tastes good. It makes you feel good. And you need to develop that relationship a little bit more and take your power back so that you have then control to be able to eat a little bit of sugar a little bit of the time, and still, maintain this path towards reaching your long-term goals. And it's okay to acknowledge that you give your power away to food. It's not something that is, means anything less about you. It's just something, if you want to change it, you have to acknowledge that you do it. So really just kind of take this week and start paying attention to how you talk about food, and how you think about it. And when you're meal planning, why are you choosing certain foods over others? And that's part of the reason why I kind of assigned you guys to all go out this weekend and eat something delicious and see that you did have control over it. So that's what I want you to do. Take your power back, one word at a time, one decision at a time. Talk to yourself, talk to yourself like you really love yourself. I know that sounds so corny, but don't, you're worth so much more than giving your power away to like a lump of ingredients on a plate or, whatever it is. So take that power back. See that you do have control 100% over food. Food does not control you. So one word at a time, one decision at a time, take that power back. And that is the key to long-term success, stress-free eating. I don't know. This was a very interesting topic. I'd really like to talk about it more this week. So if you guys have thoughts on it, I'd really like to hear kind of what you think about this whole food moral thing. All right, that's all I have for now. Ooh, wait, go back. Oh, I can't go back. All right, I already showed it. I might as well just announce our week 3 mini challenge, kind of mixing it up a little bit and getting a movement challenge here. So your challenge is to take a video of yourself performing 5 burpees in a public place. You didn't think I was just going to give you 7 bonus points a week and make it easy of just taking a picture of food, huh? Can be wherever you want, just not in the gym. If burpees have harmed you, Emily, you do not have to do the burpees, but you have to make someone else do the burpees. So, Emily Bush is pretty much the only one who's exempt from this mini challenge, but she can give a challenge to someone else because burpees have harmed her as a person, as a foot. Oh gosh, I'm just going to end this now. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it up this week. Keep going strong. Can't wait to see you, talk to you all this week, and see all of those scans. All right, have a good one, guys.